It's been 5 years since Home Minister Amit Shah stood up in Parliament to announce this significant decision.
मैं जब जम्मू एंड कश्मीर बोलता हूं, माननीय सदस्य, इसलिए एग्रेसिव हूं कि जम्मू एंड कश्मीर के पीएको को आप भारत का हिस्सा नहीं मानते हो क्या? एग्रेसिव ना हो, जान दे देंगे इसके लिए। क्या बात कर रहे हो आप? एग्रेसिव होने की क्या बात कर रहे हो? जान दे देंगे इसके लिए। कि वर्तमान जम्मू और कश्मीर राज्य का पुनर्गठन करने तथा उससे संबंधित या उसके अनुषंगिक विषयों का उपबंध करने वाले विधेयक को राज्यसभा द्वारा यथापारित पर विचार किया जाए। महोदय, मैं एक बात का उल्लेख करना चाहता हूं। कल इस सभागृह ने राष्ट्रपति महोदय के इस मंशा को संकल्प के रूप में पारित किया था। बाद में मैंने राज्यसभा के सामने ये विधेयक रखा था, राज्यसभा का अनुमोदन हो गया है और ये विधेयक को मैं यहां लेकर आया हूं।
The special status of Jammu and Kashmir was revoked on 5th August 2019 through a presidential order. Article 370 was abrogated after more than 7 decades in existence. J&K statehood was taken away and it was split into two union territories, one Jammu and Kashmir and the other Ladakh. Aspects like a separate flag and constitution was a thing of the past. Now, all laws passed by the parliament would be applicable to the UT. Effectively, J&K was brought under New Delhi's rule. The Modi government called it a historic decision.
साथियों, जम्मू कश्मीर विकास की नई ऊंचाइयों को छू रहा है, क्योंकि जम्मू कश्मीर आज खुल करके सांस ले रहा है। बंदिशों से ये आजादी आर्टिकल 370 हटने के बाद आई है। दशकों तक सियासी फायदे के लिए कांग्रेस और उसके साथियों ने 370 के नाम पर जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों को गुमराह किया।
Back in J&K, a slew of activities followed. For starters, internet was shut down a night prior to the announcement, something that went on to become a recurring feature. But post 5th August 2019, mixed reactions were seen on ground. In Kashmir, police resorted to tear gas to disperse protesters who were against New Delhi's decision. For them, the abrogation of Article 370 was absolutely unacceptable. Strict curfews were put in place, mass gatherings weren't allowed, and top state leaders, including former J&K Chief Ministers Mehbooba Mufti and Omar Abdullah, were put under house arrest. In Jammu, videos of people celebrating the move emerged on social media. People were seen distributing sweets, burst crackers, and chanted Bharat Mata Ki Jai. They thanked the Modi government for quote-unquote liberating the people of Jammu from the domination of Kashmiri politicians. But 5 years on, in 2024, what does the picture look like? Hello and welcome to Simply Put. I am Shubham Chohan. Let's get started. For simple understanding, let's divide this into some categories and understand how the Union Territory has fared on the parameters. First, security. Now, one of the things that Home Minister Amit Shah had claimed after the abrogation was that terrorism will end in the valley. So what does the data show? A decline, but with a caution. As per a parliament reply, terrorist-related incidents came down from 228 in 2018, 153 in 2019, 126 in 2020, 129 in 2021, and 125 in 2022. 46 incidents were seen in 2023 and 11 as of July 2024. Organized stone pelting has come down to 0 from 1,328 in 2018. Civilian skill has come down to 14 till July 2024, 13 in 2023, 31 in 2022, 41 in 2021, 38 in 2020, 44 in 2019, and 55 in 2018, which is before the abrogation of Article 370. So while the numbers paint to an improving situation in Kashmir as far as security goes, there has emerged another point of concern, and that is Jammu. After being at the center of insurgency in the late 1990s and 2000s, Jammu was quiet for about 2 decades. That is, it didn't see a lot of terror attacks. Now that has started to change. As per J&K police data, Jammu saw 3 terror incidents post August 5 in 2019 to 23 in 2023 and 13 already in 2024. The full numbers are on your screen. It's the frequency in Jammu in recent times that has raised alarm bells as well. From June 9, that's when Prime Minister Modi took oath for the third time, 5 terror strikes have occurred in the Jammu region, in which 8 security personnel and 10 civilians have been killed. Some of the prominent attacks being the one in Raisi, when 9 people were killed and 33 injured after terrorists attacked a bus carrying Hindu pilgrims. Then in July, 5 army personnel were killed in action and 5 others injured in an attack on a military convoy in Kathua district. While officials say the situation on ground in Jammu isn't as bad as the insurgency phase, they do admit that things remain tense. You see, after the Galwan Valley attack in 2020 and the consequent military standoff with China at the line of actual control, the army had moved some forces out of Jammu to eastern Ladakh to tackle this situation. As per officials quoted in this Indian Express report, this mistake to fill the vacuum of the armed forces could become a problem. Here's what one of them had to say. We may be paying for it now. We lowered the guard in Jammu because of many years of peace, and when we moved some troops out, that strained the already thin networks on the ground. This vacuum allowed terrorists to come in, operate and activate a support system in Jammu. Experts say a renewed focus on Jammu and strong counter-terror grids would help address this situation. Next up, the economy. The abrogation of Article 370 was expected to bring in huge private investments in the erstwhile state, generate jobs, and ensure its economy gets a boost. Keeping that in mind, the J&K administration had started 12 policies since 2019 to attract investments. One of them was the new industrial policy in 2021. It basically incentivized companies to invest in Jammu and Kashmir. On last count, the Union Territory received proposals worth 84,544 crores in as many as 42 industrial sectors. Almost 60% or about 50,000 crore worth proposals are for Jammu, the rest for Kashmir. Jindal Steel, for instance, was among the major corporate investors. However, many proposals haven't actually materialized yet. In reality, only 2,500 crore worth investment has been received on ground. So out of 84,500 crore, only about 2,500 crore has actualized. There's another side too. As per this report in the Tribune, small local business owners say much work has to be done on ground, like regular power supply and even a single window clearance to get their business underway. On the jobs front, the government told Parliament that district-wise data on unemployment was not available. However, they said nearly 30,000 have got government jobs and that employment for 5.2 lakh people has been created through self-employment programs. Meanwhile, the budget of Jammu and Kashmir this year has shown some concerning figures too. While its GSDP, or the state's GDP, is expected to be 7.5%, its debt has ballooned in recent years. Compared to 2021-2022, when the total debt stock was 1,01,462 crores, J&K's total debt in 2022-2023 stood at 1,12,797 crore rupees. The public debt alone has gone up from 62,395 crores to 69,617 crore within 1 year. But the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman remains optimistic about J&K's economic trajectory. Now, how J&K's administration manages its treasury is something that will be watched closely. Which brings us to the last point, politics. Now, for context, historically, most chief ministers of Jammu and Kashmir have been from two parties. One is National Conference of the Abdullahs, and the other, which is People's Democratic Party, now led by Mehbooba Mufti. And in some instances, there were Congress chief ministers too. Post 5th August 2019, both Omar Abdullah and Mehbooba Mufti were under house arrest for months together. Now, like I said earlier, Jammu and Kashmir has been under central government rule since June 2018. That was after BJP's alliance with Mehbooba Mufti's PDP fell through. Since January this year, 2024, it does not have any electoral representation after the 5-year term of around 30,000 panchayats expired. The panchayat elections were last held in 2018. Now, all eyes are on the assembly elections. The Supreme Court had ordered the Election Commission to conduct polls before September 30, 2024, which is about a month from now. The final dates are yet to be announced. Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar on Friday said that they will be conducted at the earliest. He added that the Election Commission will ensure no internal or external force can disrupt the electoral process. And one can't emphasize on the importance of elections enough. Elections are for the people to have their local representatives who will air their grievances and get governance, something that J&K hasn't quite seen since 2018. If the recent Lok Sabha elections are anything to go by, voters in the Union Territory are raring to go out and cast their vote. J&K witnessed a combined poll percentage of 58.11% for the 5 parliamentary seats it has. Now, this was the highest voter turnout in the last 35 years. What would this mean for the assembly polls? That's something that only time can tell. That's all we have for this episode of Simply Put. Do let us know what you think in the comments section below. Thanks for watching.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.